Yo, what's up world? It's your boy Philochko here, and today I am starting a whole new playlist on this channel called Black Girls versus White Girls. And first thing I want to say is, if you're watching this video and you're a girl or a guy who has one white parent, you're not included in the black girls. You're not a black girl in my mind, or to the average American mind. You're not black. So if you're half Russian, half black, you're not black. You're half white. Not talking about you. You are mixed. You may be colored, you may be brown skinned, you might even be darker than me, but you are mixed. It is completely different. Now maybe I have some white in me from like a great grandfather or something, but both of my parents are black. So if one of your parents are white, I'm not speaking about you. You're not in either side, you're in the middle. I'm not talking about mixed girls, I'm talking about black girls and white girls. So let's get to it. Now why am I talking about this? A good friend of mine, Oleg from Kontakte, he asked me why does he see so many interracial couples when it's a black man and a white woman. And he doesn't see usually white men with black women. Good question. I'll love to answer it, and I'm about to answer it right now because I've noticed this too. And I hope the world has noticed this too. And I'm going to be straight up and tell you things, and I really don't care how anyone feels. One reason is because black women aren't usually seen as like sexy on average. And I'm not talking about Halle Berry. I'm not talking about Mariah Carey. I'm talking about black women with two black parents. Now, of course, there could be sexy black women in the world with two black parents. Hell, my girlfriend that I had in high school was definitely one of the sexiest girlfriends I've ever had, and she was black. Both parents black. She's one of the sexiest girls to this day I've ever seen in my life. Now, I'm not saying that because she was my girlfriend. I'm saying this because I said this about her to all my friends, who are still my friends today, before I knew who she was. I said, that girl is the sexiest girl I've ever seen, and then next thing you know, about 2 weeks later, she was my girlfriend, and she was black. So, yes, it can happen, but I'm speaking about on average here. I'm not talking about all of them, because black women love saying, we're not all this, we're not all that. Yeah, I know. I'm not talking about all. It's like saying the average human, the average man is about somewhere near 6 feet tall. Not all men are 6 feet tall. It's not about all. It's about the average, okay? So I don't want to hear none of that not all bullshit. Even if I say black women do this, I'm not speaking about them all. Anyone with a brain will know not all. Not even all humans have 10 fingers. But you can still say humans have 10 fingers. Alright, I just want to get this out of the way, because it's hard to speak with black women, because logic is not their number one. But okay, let's get to it. I'm going to get to it. Like I said, the black women aren't really seen as really attractive. So like whenever I speak to guys from all around the world, I've been here in Russia, I met many Ukrainian guys, Kazakhstanian people, Chechen, Korean, I've been in Germany 3 times, I've been to Austria, I've been to Luxembourg, and I speak with these people. And usually when we speak about the kind of women we like, I seldom hear black women. Like, it's very rare. If anyone says anything good about black women, is that they have nice butts. Which is true. Black women usually have nice big butts. If you're in the big butts, black women are your thing. But then again, black women aren't the only one with big butts usually. You also have Latino women. They have really big butts too. Hispanic women, Puerto Rican, all that stuff. Yeah, so it's like, if you like big butts and you like long real hair, you kind of would prefer to go to a Dominican girl or a Puerto Rican girl than a black girl. But on average, men don't find black women very attractive. There was a scientist who made an article, I think it was Chinese. He made an article called Why Are Black Women So Unattractive? And I thought the article was stupid. And the reason why I think the article is stupid is because I don't think there's any reason to try to single out a group of women to make them look bad. Especially when it's something they can't help. Not like fat women, you can lose weight. I don't see the point of, hey, this article we're going to talk about why people don't like midgets or something. It's like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, we know people don't like midgets, you know, whatever. They can't help it, they're midgets. Why pick on them when it's something they can't help? It's not like they can read and study and get taller. So I thought it was stupid. But when it comes to the other way around, like why do we like white women so much? Because I can tell you right now, white women on average around the world are much higher than black women. And I'll prove this to you. Right now I'm going to speak about America, then Africa. And these are things I heard from people who are African and white girls who were in Africa. But first, let me speak about America. Before I came to Russia, I lived in a black neighborhood that's known for a lot of crime. And it's called Queensbridge Projects. Very dangerous place. It was very dangerous, but now it's getting much better. There's no white people there. There's one white person there now because he's my friend and he's holding my apartment for me. But there's no white people there besides that one guy. And at first, no one liked me. Like, whenever I would walk to my apartment, people would say things. They'd be like, who the fuck is this nigga? Blah, 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 and try to scare me, whatever, but I ignored them. Until summertime came. I started bringing girls over. Brought one girl over. And they're all white. Brought another girl over. Brought another girl over. Brought another girl over, right? And that's just how I was. I had a lot of friends. Then one day I was by myself. And I was walking, and there was a bunch of guys in front of my building. And I'll never forget this. And I was like, oh, I hope nothing goes down because I'm not in the mood. I just want to go in my house. And as I walked, they were all like, yo, what's your name, man? Yo, we all want to chill with you. Yo, these white girls, they're bad. These white girls, blah, blah, blah. And ever since that day, no man has ever said anything negative towards me. Even half of the women there thought I was cool because they liked my girlfriends. Like, your girls are so pretty. They're so this, they're so that, blah, blah, blah. And some of the girls I would bring were just my friends. They just thought they were so pretty because they were white. Because they had long blonde hair, blue, green eyes, mostly German and some Russian. They were treating me with respect because I had white girls. Because I had white girls. There were the other half of women who would just always, he want to be white and he think he a white boy with these white girls. They're going to take his money. I didn't have any money. I was living in the projects. So let's go to Africa now. I know a girl who's been in Africa for she was in Africa for 3 years. And she was telling me, oh, all the guys try to be with me. They try to marry me. They offer me this. They offer me that. And I have an African friend who came from Africa. He's now in Russia. And he told me himself that where he's from, if you get yourself a white woman, it throws you up on a scale. People look at you as cool. People like you. They think better of you. And I was like, wow, this is interesting because it's like that where I'm from. It's like that in Africa. And it's like that with celebrities. Because if you look at celebrities, put it this way, the poorer a black man is, the more likely he is to be with a black woman. So if a black man is poor, that means he doesn't have many options. He doesn't have many options to travel the world. He's usually going to be in his neighborhood. He doesn't have a good job to meet many other different kinds of people. He'll be usually stuck in his neighborhood, in his area. He won't go anywhere, so he's most likely to marry a black girl from his area. Now, the richer and more successful a black man gets, the more he is able to travel around the world, do different things and meet different people and most likely to speak different languages. That's how it works. So when that happens, he has a much bigger option. He has much more selections. He has bigger options, a much bigger selection of women than a poor black man. That's why you see so many rich black men with white and Asian women. And this will always be that way because on average, black men prefer white women. On average, black men prefer white women. And you know what? I will keep saying it. And I don't care how many black men. Usually the black men who disagree with this are the black men who can't even get a white girl in the first place. They're the ones who disagree with this. They're the ones who never leave the neighborhood. They're the ones who don't go anywhere. And they're the one with a minimum wage, 9 to 5, and white girls don't want to talk to you anyway. Because one thing that's bad about black women when it comes to this is that black women, especially in America, will date the stupidest guy, the idiot who will just get them pregnant, and then the man will leave and the black woman will be stuck with a baby. Then she'll do it again and probably do it again. Like if you're a black woman and you're from America watching this, and I'm not even being racist, but I bet you this is true. You, yourself, miss, you either have 2 or more babies by 2 or more guys. Black woman from America, you do. If you don't, either your mother, your sister, or your daughter does. Somebody in your immediate family fits that description, I promise you. And if they have one child, fine. Probably that child doesn't know who his father is and that woman lives alone. That's how common it is. Every family has numerous of these women, a good number of these women. But something bad on the white girl side is that a lot of white girls are stupid for their hearts. And I'll give 2 examples of what I mean stupid for their hearts. Like, I met this one girl one time. She was a blonde girl. And she was Russian. And we were talking, we both liked each other. And I remember asking her, so, you got a boyfriend? She was like, not really, kinda, yes. And I was like, not really, kinda, yes. What kind of? And she's like, I do, but there's something to it. And I was like, really? What, is he in jail or something? She goes, no, not really, kinda. I'm like, what do you mean, kinda? Like, explain this to me. She goes, I have a boyfriend, but he's married. And I'm like, okay, hold on. So, you're being loyal to a man who's married to another woman. And this is her reply. She says, yes, because I know besides his wife, he's only with me. You will never hear a black woman say something that stupid. You will never hear a black woman say something that stupid. And I got another one for you. There's another girl. We were talking about her and her boyfriend. And I was like, oh, you have a boyfriend? She goes, yes, I love him. Hopefully one day we can get married. And I was like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. How often do you see him? She goes, sometimes, whatever. I'm like, do you live with him? She's like, no. I'm like, have you been to his house? No. Have you met his parents? No. You won't find many black women who would say things like this. A lot of times white women are suckers for their heart. And that's why a lot of black women feel that you can easily walk over a white woman. Which in some cases is very true. Because when a white woman falls in love, nothing else matters but her love. But she doesn't have that toughness that she needs. But the problem with the black women is that they're too fucking tough. They want to be mother, they want to be father, they're too tough. That's why they don't need a man in the house. They're too tough. Then they have a son, there's no father around. The son grows up, he thinks he's the man. Yeah, I'm the man of the house. He's 15 years old, he got to get a gun, protect his family, hang out with his boys because he don't have no real father figure, and the shit just keeps happening. You know, so I think I got off the subject, but the reason is because on average, black guys like white women more. On average. And white guys, on average, aren't really feeling black women. They're not in their top list of sexy women. It's not like that. And if a white guy does have sex with a black woman, he just has sex with her. I'll give you a challenge right now. Tell me how many rich white men are married to black women. Not mixed women. Not like Halle Berry. Not like Obama. Are married to black women. And for each one you show me, I will show you 3 black men who are married to white women. Easy. Piece of cake. And there you go. Black guys on average, we like white girls a lot, and white men on average don't really give a shit about black women that much. I mean, they respect them, I guess, but they're not that attracted to them. That's how it is. Later.